That looks like that's good. I just want to make sure before we start this thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be on here set tripping and whatnot, what have you. Anywho, we're gonna jump on this mug. Oh, let's get started. What we doing? What we doing, friend? I'm gonna chop it up with y'all while we get this walk in, if you don't mind. All right, outdoor walk. No, this is an indoor. You say this is indoor. Smell like outdoor. Put that on there. Started roughly around the same time. All right, so we on the walking pad today, man. We're gonna get it in. You know, just some little basic stuff. I prefer to walk in my sweats. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Something slight. Something slight. But big game, y'all. I say we, myself along with nothing but women. Nothing but women had a conversation today, right? And y'all know, listen, I absolutely love and enjoy having conversations with women. Right? You know, it's just I love to be around women, love to be around beautiful women that behave like women. You know, I don't know, man. It's just a good feeling being amongst women. And so I already know going into having conversations like this, I'm going to be like the center of attention. I know everybody are going to have questions for my viewpoint. One, being that I was the only male in the room at the time, right? And so I already know what's coming. And I've been around these young ladies for about 6 months. For about 6 months now. And keep in mind, you know, normally when I show up to, you know, work or anything outside of, I would say like a business environment, I behave a little bit different, right? Professional manner, you know, I'm not out here doing anything crazy. And we've never had a conversation about quote unquote relationships until today, like an in-depth conversation where, you know, they can ask questions, I can answer, and people can judge, which I don't mind. I actually prefer it, man. Like, listen, this is what I do. This is what I've honestly been doing for a while. And one thing about me is I'm really, really big on clarity, right? The reason why I have my beliefs, the reason why I love having conversations like this is because I don't like to be in an echo chamber. I prefer to be in a space where people are going to challenge the way that I think, right? I prefer to be around open-minded people, which you're very, very lucky, and it's very, very rare to be around people like that are open to not only speaking, but listening, hearing what you have to say, because I would say that I'm definitely like that. And it took some time, it definitely took some work to get to that point. But it's like this. If your beliefs or whatever you say or whatever you believe really have a great foundation, then you should know. You should be able to speak on it. You shouldn't have an attitude or feel some type of way when somebody questions you about your beliefs, right? If so, then I would say that you need to check yourself, right? Why are you feeling some type of way? Because you know, deep down, you know, whatever it is that you believe, it could be cap, right? So, anywho, we're sitting in the room. Hold on, let me click on this because I need for this. I need for this to go live, and I need to make sure that we are live. Hold on. Okay, we actually got two. Perfect. I'm gonna try to keep up with y'all comments and stuff by tapping in. You know, just making sure that that we good or whatnot, what have you. Appreciate the likes, man. I see we got some likes and stuff on here. What's going on? And say you Fave says hi. What's going on, my friend? Sonya in the building. What's going on, Sonya? Robert, what's going on, my friend? What is that? Aiden, what's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all for coming through, man, and showing love. I definitely appreciate that. All right, who else we got? I think we got everybody. What up? up, Ultimate? What's good? What's good, my friend? All right. So now that we done knocked all of that out the way. So again, we had a conversation about relationships. Your belief on relationships. And a young lady asked me, so Katie, are you single? Are you in a relationship? You know what I mean? And one thing about me is I don't believe in boyfriend and girlfriend. I believe that you're single until married. Like, you got a lot of people out here just putting labels and stuff. I don't believe that. That's just me. Like, that's your boyfriend. Come on, man. Y'all start doing that stuff before you even got in high school, some of y'all. Some middle, some elementary. Like, that stuff is played out to me. I don't believe in none of that mess. Single until married. That means y'all both done signed the contract or whatever. However you go about doing marriage is completely up to you. But I believe single until married. So, they was like, oh, well, that's interesting. So, are you dealing with someone? Like, what do you mean dealing? Like, shoot it to me straight. Like, we are all grown adults here. Like, what do you mean? Like, are y'all intimate? Yeah. So like, listen, again, the way that I operate is completely different from anybody else. And what I said to them is, I'm never going to force anybody to be in a situation they don't want to be in. That's never been me. That's never going to be. That's just not who your boy is. So, at any point, if somebody wants to leave, feel free to go. I don't have, listen, I'm not going to have any ill will towards you. I don't need a long, drawn out explanation why you want to do this or whatever. If you want to explain, cool. Again, I'm open for conversation. I'm always open for listening. But I'm never going to force anybody to be anywhere that they don't want to believe. And so, what else? What else was the? So, again, I was being real left and right. I actually got a lot of ugly looks from me saying that I don't believe in boyfriend-girlfriend titles. I believe single until married, which it still doesn't make any sense to me, right? And again, we started getting into like the marriage conversation. So what are your views on marriage? I was like, listen, when it comes to a guy getting down on his knees, proposing, again, y'all being married, I think that's a beautiful thing. Finding somebody that you want to quote unquote do life with. Like, this is who I'm rocking with. This is who I want to grow with. Because you're not in a situation to stay the same. We both are constantly growing. We should be growing together. We both should be moving towards something that makes sense, that we both have already talked about, we both align with, and so we're going to take this thing to the moon, right? Like, my viewpoint and what I find a lot of people, they try to do is they try to put you in a box, right? They try to put you in a box and they try to say, well, because you don't believe in relationships, you got to be a dog. You just want to be out here and just sleeping with random women. Like, hold on, baby. Hold on, baby girl. You got a little bit too much dip on your chip. Relax. You can ask me a question. Again, and I don't expect everybody to be like this, because being on the internet, having these conversations, whether it be on a podcast or me just going live and just seeing random people comment, you're going to always have some people that's going to come in that's going to say some egregious things about you, what they believe about you, try to put you in a box. I completely understand that. And this is what I talk about. When I speak about clarity, this is what I'm talking about, right? I don't care what your label is. I know and understand how I'm moving and what works for me. You have a lot of people out there that want to sit there and give game to people, but you look at them in their current situation, like, what you got going on? You're miserable. You spend most of your time being negative, and don't nobody want to be around there, bro. But you sit here trying to give me pointers on how it is that I should be moving. Make it make sense. So, again, when I talk about clarity, I'm not fazed by those people. And I'm not saying about those young ladies. I'm just speaking in general. Again, being on the internet, having these conversations with different people that I know, that I don't know, or people that don't know me or people that think that they know me, right? You're going to always have people that put you in those doggone boxes. But if you have clarity, if your foundation is strong, say whatever it is you want to say about me, fam. I already know. Listen, my life is good. I'm good. I'm blessed. And it is not because, I'm not saying I'm blessed because of the things that I have, that materialistic crap. It's going to come and go, right? But I look at the people that I am around, the people that I have in my life, people that I'm willing to rock out for no matter what. And most of them are willing to do the exact same thing for me, right? Like it's a different level of, it's just a different feeling to have people that actually show that through action versus people that talk about it, right? This is not something that somebody just said. This has been proven time and time again over the months or years that we've been around each other. Like I can actively see them, actually bringing some type of value. Because me personally, I think that, you should be useful to the group. So I want to be quote unquote used but not misused. So yeah, again, we start getting into all of those things because people try to put you in the box. They try to make it seem like, because you're like this, you're just like all the rest of the other people that I have encountered that think like that. I was like, think like that? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm big on asking questions. That's all. Like, that's the thing about me. I don't try to make any assumptions. I don't try to speak for people. If I got you in front of me, I'm gonna ask you a question, right? If there's some clarity, that I need, then I'm gonna ask it. So when you say people that speak about me or that think like me, what do you mean? And listen, I have. We get good. We get it. So, this was a beautiful conversation because they weren't expecting. You can tell a lot of them weren't expecting to hear that from this guy. Again, when I'm working, pretty bubbly guy. I love whatever it is that I do. When I show up, it's a different type of person. I show up with a smile on my face. I'm ready to get it in, 120%, and that's what everything that I do. Everything is 120. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So when I show up, I show up. And I show up like that day after day, week after week, month after month. That's why I'm always a favorite. At any job, any place that I've worked, like always a favorite. That's co-workers, manager, supervisor, whatever you want to call them. Like this guy is completely different from most people. I don't see how you've been able to work a job for 10 plus years and I've never heard you complain. Never. This dude just does not complain about anything, man. I listen. If something that needs to be changed or I feel some type of way about it, then we're going to speak on it. I'm going to ask questions, get clarity, and we're going to keep it professional, keep it moving. And most of the time, I ain't going to say I get my way, but, we're gonna say that for later. That was some type of way. But anywho, when it comes to anything, man, let's just say when it comes to relationships, business and personal are almost one and the same, right? I try to hold everybody to, a certain extent or whatever. Like I try to make sure that if it's a business relationship, that we establish those things before we even get into anything, get into any business. So before I take those pictures, before I take those videos, we're going to sit down, we're going to discuss it, we're going to put it in the contract, you're going to sign it, I'm going to sign it. We both going to have a copy of, bam, a legal document that shows this is what we agreed to. Same thing goes for relationships. Not a document, which I wouldn't be against it. We're going to have those conversations up front. Those uncomfortable conversations. Listen, if we just kicking it, we're just kicking it. All right? And I think that this is the issue that a lot of people have, right? Most people just be kicking it, and then they try to throw some stuff in there a little bit later on. Well, we've been kicking it for this long, so what's up? Like, what are we? No, I don't listen. There's a lot of guys that play those games. I don't play those games. I don't play. I call them those nice guys. We actually had a conversation about nice guys. I'll get into that in just a second, but I don't play those games. Clarity is going to be brought up front. If a relationship is what you want, if you want to be married, then you should be having those conversations up front. Don't just try to throw that thing in the pond 10, 12, 11 months, a year, 2 years down. No. If that's what you wanted, you need to be clear. Those are your intent. Like, this is what I want. And what that does is, again, so I'm speaking about clarity, that lets a person know right there if they need to be rocking with you or they don't. So when you have people, which I don't agree with, that lash out because, they feel some type of way, they feel like they done wasted their time or whatever, I can somewhat understand, depending on, how far the lash out went or whatever, I can somewhat understand if you had that conversation with that person. Listen, within 3 months, you should be able to say, I'm just throwing some stuff out there. Within 3 months, you should be able to tell whether you want to spend the rest of your life with me. Listen, I like you, I rock with you, I can see you being the mother, the father of my children or whatever, our future children together, whatever. I want to spend the rest of my life. Those type of conversations need to be had before y'all start doing the do. Period. Like, when that's supposed to be first date, second date, let's just put it like this. Before y'all get into bed with each other, because most people are out here doing it. Again, we grown. Before y'all get into bed with each other, hold on. Ain't nobody saying nothing to you. What are you talking about? But yeah, before y'all get into bed with each other, these type of conversations need to be had. So if you want to do that the first day, second day, I don't care. The first 90 days, 45 days, I don't care. Before we take this thing from second base to third base, home, or whatever you want to call it, hey, I want to let you know right now, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm looking to be married. I want to have children. All right? This is what I want. I just want to be clear before we take it to that point. Like, the goal for me is to be married, have children, and spend the rest of my life with this person. If that's not what you want, go about your business. Respectfully. Like, if you've had that conversation with that person and they sitting there playing with you, I understand. But most people are not having these type of conversations up front because I don't know. They see somebody that got swag, they see a guy see a girl with a big butt, some big breast or whatever. I don't know that thing. What is it? PTTO poking that thing out, and he trying to holler or whatever. Listen, that's what most people are honestly doing. They see what they like. They don't want to have these conversations. And then you start throwing other stuff in the mix. Again, y'all start having, y'all start messing with each other, start chilling with each other. Y'all actually like each other, or one person like each other a little bit more. One person's looking for a relationship, the other person's like, hey, sign up for that. That ain't what I'm doing. You can't get upset. So I'm really, really big on clarity, man. Have those conversations and stuff up front. Because with me, I don't have an issue with being honest. Right? I don't care how ugly that truth may be. I will literally, you want to have a conversation? We can turn off all the TVs or whatever. We can, sit here and just have that conversation. Are you ready for that? Let's go. Let's do it. That's how it should be. And so this is when the conversation somewhat shifted, right? There was a lot of people that was giving them ugly looks. But the thing about it is, they're like, you know what? I want to be bad. But this mofo is making sense. So we got into like the good guy thing, right? I was telling her, like, listen, I'm not a good guy. Huh? What do you mean? That thing that good guys finish last or whatever. I don't identify as a good guy. I'm going to be honest with you. And most of the time, people cannot deal with that honesty. They can't stand it. Oh my goodness. A lot of people always love to say they want somebody that's honest, but when they actually get there, somebody that don't mind holding up that mirror, keeping it real, being honest, making you feel a little bit uncomfortable about having certain conversations, hey, get him the hell up, get him up out of here. He talking too much. He asking personal questions. This is what you want to do, right? So I was like, yeah, I don't really identify as as a nice guy. Because most of the time when people hear nice guys, they're pushovers. You know, and one of the girls gave a scenario like, yeah, I think my guy was a nice guy. I was like, oh, okay, all right. And again, you let somebody talk long enough, they're telling themselves. So in a relationship that they had, I don't know if this caused the breakup. And listen, they was spilling the beans to everybody about this. Relationship is long gone by now. But anyway, they were saying that in a relationship, she got drunk one night. And for whatever reason, she was around her ex. And they had to catch an Uber together to go home. They both drunk, quote unquote. The guy leans over, the ex leans over and kisses her. And so she told her boyfriend, which is now her ex-boyfriend, about the situation. And instead of the guy getting upset, what she was expecting, he just kind of brushed it off. Oh, he sounds nice. Yo, a straight pushover, bro. Because honestly, I would not even been mad at the guy. I would have had to cut that young lady off right then and there. I know there's a lot of people that feel like, wait, hear me out. Because personally, my personal opinion, any young lady that I'm dealing with, and this is another thing, smoking and drinking. Any young lady that I'm dealing with, she ain't gonna be out at a certain time of night drinking with her friends, going home in an Uber with her ex. That's crazy work. Like that didn't make any mother loving sense to me. You know. And so it's like, you got something against smoking and drinking? I was like, listen, under no circumstances am I gonna be with any young lady that smokes or drinks. What? What do you mean? A woman can't smoke or drink with you? Ho, 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 ho. Listen, a woman can do whatever it is that she want to do. Again, I'm never going to hold anybody hostage. If you want to go, go. But there is a line that I draw in the sand. Again, when we start talking about nice guys, you can push those boundaries and you can get away with some of those guys. Not me. It ain't happening. Respectfully. If you want to smoke and drink, then you go be with that nice guy. Ain't nothing happening over here. Nothing. And I've always been that way. I'm going to stand 10 toes down. If that's what you choose, that's what you want to do, I got no issue with it. So we also talked about, it was a belly button piercing, right? I was like, Katie, you're controlling. In high school, I did not want my girlfriend to have a belly button piercing. Now, I don't trip about it. But I don't know what it is about, I was thinking, the way that we grew up in Rock Hill, South Carolina, let me make sure I put this out there. The people that I hung around, it was like, I'm just going to go ahead and come out and say it, forget it. The women that were out there, they had those things. And I did not want a person that I was dating to be associated with anything like that. And I was like, listen, you get that belly button ring, dog, hey, I don't know what to tell you. I ain't rocking with nobody that got no doggone belly button ring. It is what it is. There was a whole other situation. And to be honest with you, after that happened, the relationship kind of like just broke off a little bit. There was some other stuff that kind of happened, but it's like this, man. I've always somewhat knew who I was, and I've always somewhat stood on that, right? It's just that the older that you get, a little bit more clarity comes into play. Because along with that belly button thing, there was also this. Men, provision, protection. There's going to come a time in a lot of guys' lives where they're going to have to protect women from themselves. Honestly, just my own personal belief. And I've seen a lot of content online. I've seen a lot of women make decisions from an emotional standpoint, and they've ultimately regretted it. And my personal belief is I believe that women should be covered from end to end, right? From the time that they come out of the womb, hopefully they meet their husband somewhere in high school, somewhere in college, or whatever. And during this time, they're still under their father's roof, right? Covered from end to end, from a man. And then they meet their husband in college. Their father gives them away or gives her away at the wedding. and she's covered from her husband. And, hopefully everything goes according to plan and they live out the rest of their lives that way. That's just my own personal belief. Women should be covered from ear to ear because I've seen a lot of women make a lot of decisions that they probably should not have made, and it affects them big time. I'm talking about big time decisions. I ain't gonna get into it because y'all can easily go on Katie's Empire if you're watching from the Truthh Podcast and look at a lot of the reactions that we do, and most of those individuals are coming from, again, people that aren't making sound decisions, and unfortunately, it's on the other end of the spectrum. I'm just saying. So yeah, that's just my own personal. I believe that women should be covered in the end. So going back to this little nice guy situation, right? Even with that being said, man, I still and never will classify myself as a nice guy because nice guys got like the worst rap. Nice guys, honestly, they get avoided, they get used, and they get placed in the friend zone. And I know there's going to be a lot of men up in the comments that's going to feel some type of way about this. Chances are you one of those guys that I'm talking about. Beta, simp, males. You're feeling some type of way because this thing probably applies to your way. And the quicker that you get out of there thinking that simping is the way to go, it's not, fam. It's not. A lot of y'all have been placed in that friend zone for 10, 15 plus. I don't know how the heck y'all do it. I don't know how the heck y'all do it, man. But the conversation got deep, man. The conversation got deep, and I can definitely, I appreciate people that didn't mind asking me questions. Because one of the girls kind of got noticed now. It's just like, look, he's smiling. He likes this. He like absolutely. I love having these type of conversations, man. I don't want to be in an echo chamber. I want to be with people that's going to challenge me, man. Because if there is any holes in, I don't want to say in my arguments or whatever, but if there's any holes in anything that I'm saying, please point it out to me. So I can go back and revisit, because the thing about me, again, the way that I approach everything is I ask questions to get a better understanding for why people think the way that they think. And also, we start speaking about results, right? So if there are any holes in that thing, let me know. Let's talk about it, right? And you have different levels to this thing, right? You got people that give out information. They got the most. It's like this. This is probably like the loudest people in the room. The people that are the loudest, but they have absolutely no results. Meaning, they don't have any value in their life right now that they can give to somebody else. They don't. A lot of these people are just taking relationships, right? They think that I can get with this young lady and she can take care of me. She gonna cook. She gonna clean. She gonna give me a little something or whatever. And listen, I can just do the bare minimum. All I gotta do is show up. Same thing they go for the women. They expect to have a guy that's gonna do all the above, and you got someone that ain't even trying to get a box up. In what world does that make sense? In no relationship that actually works, that's gonna work long term, are you gonna have one person that's gonna be the person that benefits from this thing, and the host? It's crazy that I say something like this. The host doesn't die or just move on, right? Like, you are an infection. That's what you are. In a relationship, man, y'all need to be contributing and helping each other. And what we see in today's age, especially from all these reaction videos, is successful relationships and unsuccessful relationships have a lot in common. Meaning, like, the people that are successfully married or successful in successful relationships, a lot of them got a lot of things in common. And the people that are struggling, that are in either dead in relationships or they not in relationships, they have something in common. In those unsuccessful relationships, you have a lot of people that are selfish. I see that too often. A selfish person cannot be in a relationship with another person. Not long term. Eventually, that other person will get fed up. I don't care how good the sex may be. I don't care how much money that person makes or whatever. Eventually, that thing is gonna come to an end. I'm telling you. Hopefully, it don't blow up in smoke before it gets to that point. But unsuccessful relationships, most of the time, it's either one or two selfish people trying to force something, trying to be together. It ain't gonna work. That puzzle ain't gonna fit, fam. It's just not. You can go ahead and give it up. Unsuccessful. Unsuccessful people, cause and effect. They don't understand how important it is to be able to look at your situation and be like, yo, some things got to change. All right? 9 times out of 10, it's that person in the mirror, but they don't want to do that. They want to look and blame everybody else. This person is the reason why. The reason why we never got married, I never got a relationship with a good person because of that person. No. The common denominator in every single last situation that you done been in is that person in the mirror. Take accountability, look at that thing, and realize there's something in you that needs to change. If not, stay the same. Stay single. Don't get mad at anybody else. Continue to be as selfish as you want to be and be happy with you. Don't go off, mess with anybody else, and they happy little bump, they happy little bump. Just be good with where you at, fam. All right? Or find other people I don't want to say that word toxic, but find other people that's like you. And, y'all do whatever it is y'all do and be miserable together. Or at least try. When you look at successful people, let's just talk about successful relationships because, the question did come up. So, who you speak with, who you talk to about, different things. Like, so I was like, honestly, both of my mentors are married. He was like, but you said you don't believe in marriage. I never said that I don't believe in marriage. I just said I don't know if I want to be married. And again, it's a lot of context behind that, but we'll get into that maybe a little bit later. But when you look at how everything is right now, like it's a lot of benefits that come on the other side for the other people for being married and getting a divorce. And as of right now, I would say that I'm pretty much aligned on my purpose. There are a few things that I need to tweak, like here and there. And just personally, I believe as a man, you need to have a solid foundation before you bring anybody else into that thing, right? Or that's going to cause a lot of confusion. Just my personal view. I think it's going to cause a lot of confusion for you and that other person, versus actually having somebody that's going to come in, get on your program, and already know and understand, this is how we rock. This is how my ship is ran. And I would love for you to come in and we can see where you can add value to what's going on, and we can build this thing up to be even bigger than what it is right now. But I think that the issue is a lot of guys, honestly, I don't think they have any real direction in their life. They don't really know and understand where it is that they want to be and how a young lady is going to fit into that. And so, yeah, I would say, as of right now, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that all of that stuff pretty much makes sense before we even think about considering anything else, right? But in those successful relationships, right, my mentors, those guys are married, have been successfully married for one of them two decades, at least 2 decades. The other one, I would say at least a decade. So when I talk about successfully married, there are a lot of people out there that are quote unquote married, but they're not sleeping in the same bed. One person is on one side of the house, the other person is the other side of the house. That ain't nothing to be proud of, in my own personal opinion, right? You get with somebody that you can build with, that you can talk to, right? We can talk almost about, well, let's say we can talk to each other about anything. If we have a disagreement, both of us as grown, mature adults that walk down that aisle and say that we're going to do life together, y'all should be able to have those conversations and be like, yo, this is how I'm feeling. You let me know, how you feel, and we're going to work through this thing together. We're going to sit down, again, like two grown adults, husband and wife, figure this thing out, right? But with that, successful relationships, on the woman's side, I'm just going to throw some scenarios out there. Feel some type of way about it, I don't care. On the women's side, those women don't have any issue with cooking, cleaning, and catering to their man. No issue with that. In successful relationships, my job, or whatever my duty as a wife is to serve my husband. Those women understand that, right? When it comes to those men, my duty is to take care of, protect, provision, the whole nine. My wife, under any circumstances, I need to make sure that she is covered. Now, if y'all want to get into the relationship thing, not a relationship, but the religious part of that thing, we can. But, God first, man, woman, blase, whatever. But successful relationships, you got two people that have clarity. They know and understand what it is that they should be bringing to this relationship to make it better. And that's pouring into their husband, pouring into their wife. We're meeting each other 100, making sure that we are good, but also still maintaining their own little personal life. Which means, again, I don't believe that people should be putting anybody before God. It's always going to be God first. Next should be you. Meaning, on the wife's side, you got God, you got her, and then her husband. Same thing goes for the man. You got God, you got him, then I would probably say maybe his purpose, and then the young lady. But again, we don't get into all that. But both of them have God in themselves first. Meaning, you got to take care of yourself. The necessities or whatever, making sure that you are maintaining your health, taking care of yourself, making sure that you done ate, you done poured into yourself, because I don't believe you can have an empty cup and pour into anybody else's. If you are not happy, then you can't expect anybody else to bring you happiness. It don't work like that. All right? If that cup is empty, hold on, y'all. All right, my bad. Let me get a little drink of water. Hold up. Just a second. All right. Let go. Yeah. Going back to what I was saying. If that cup is empty, then you can't expect to pour into anybody else. Simple as that. And I don't really necessarily like to use other people's situation, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. I think a perfect example of what I would call an unsuccessful couple that's married would be Jada and Will Smith. You got Will Smith, right? I would say, based on what I've seen, a decent guy. Again, a nice guy. That guy in a situation with a young lady like Jada, right? It's so crazy how many supporters that young lady got after finding out that she was sleeping with all without seeing it. That's just crazy. Anyway, Will Smith said something to her, or he said he said something to her. I don't know how true it is. But he told her, I can't make you happy. I'm done with trying to make you happy. You got to make yourself happy. It's so crazy that you have people that will be in a situation that will sit there Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. We got something that's tripping. Is the internet down? Hold on, y'all. Uh-oh. What we got? What's going on? Hold on. All right, we good. My fault. I don't know how long. Let's say 42 minutes on there. So we good. We just had one. My girl. We've been together. Okay, I'm gonna read them comments in just a second, my friend. My bad. I'm gonna check out the comments. I just had to make sure that other live was good. I'm gonna get into them comments in just a second. Let's go over here. Yo, are we good? Are we straight? All right. It say we good over here. Hey, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for the likes. And it just went out again. Unable to connect at this moment. I don't understand why that is tripping, but this one is still going. Huh. What's up, baby? Hold on, y'all. We just not getting into the groove of things. This thing want to start acting crazy. Let me get out of here real quick. Hold on. Shoot. Get back. Just when we start cooking, man. Just when we start cooking. This internet acting crazy. But this iPhone is actually good, which is weird, bro. I'm about to start cooking with that other one. Let me see. Good. Good. All right, we back. Y'all see me? No? Great, bro. Ah. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. I gotta make sure we good. This thing has been acting crazy. So after this, good. Great. All right. It says connect to internet. Retry. Hold on, y'all. We gotta check this internet again. Hold on. But this thing is over here still kicking, bro. That's crazy. Hold on. Pause. Hey, bro. Man, this right here, ticked me off. Man, in the middle of getting it in, and this thing freaking tripping. Man, freaking going on. And it should be good that they turn blue. So anytime this thing turns red, most of the time, it makes you more salad. Abel, come on, fam. Jeez Louise, bro.
Somebody cap. Ain't no way. Oh.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, now I see why, y'all. This is actually still connected to my other internet, and that's working. That's crazy. All right, give me a second. Hold on. Yeah, too cool, dude. All right. All right, peeps. We are back. I apologize, man. We are. Yeah, we're gonna wait on this thing to get right. But until then, we're gonna jump back on this treadmill because we only halfway done. Let's finish. Thank you for your patience. Hello, I'm a specialist. Oh, yes. All right, hold on. We got this guy named Eric. Let's see if he gonna help or what's gonna go on. Let's see. We good? I can definitely take a look. All right. While he asks these questions, I'm gonna see if I can jump back on this doggone treadmill, man. Dang. Yo, I was literally like in the middle, and my freaking internet started tripping. What is the? What is it? All right. While he's doing that, bro, let's get back to it. I'm gonna finish my conversation in a second. We gotta get this internet back up, especially before dinner. So, uh, hot diggity dog, boy, I tell you. But hungry. Hold on, hold on. Yeah, what the heck? There it is. Get back to it. All right. Literally like halfway in it, man. That's when this thing decided to go down. Like, come on, bro. Crazy. You know, we had to get back and warmed up. You know what I'm saying? I was getting hot over here, which I love. You know what I'm saying? Jeez. All right, can y'all give me a second? I was a remote. gonna finish this comment on just a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna get my internet situated. My other internet. here, the dog has like the red dot on it. Just trying to get my hand back up. This looks good. Yes. Here, Dickerson. Give me to spell it for you. No, that's not good. I'm actually supposed to be getting a call in about 2 hours. Yeah, I don't know why it was disconnected. This will be done within the next 2 hours, right? Okay. Go ahead. Hi. Yeah, I want to speak with someone. For some reason, my internet disconnected and it wasn't supposed to be, so we're just trying to get it cut back on. literally just cut off maybe an hour ago. Yes, I actually sent that in, and it should be on y'all documents. I just sent that in before they sent out the equipment and everything. And I also have a call that will jump on at 9 p.m. So I really need that in. Yes. Yeah. Influencer and yeah. I have to cancel my live stream today. I've literally been waiting all week, y'all. I've been waiting all week to knock out this podcast. So be patient. It's a little frustrating because, again, I've been waiting all week. I literally have all the videos and stuff that I want to react and stuff to. And it's like the time is money. And then at this point, they're about to be costing me out of nowhere. I don't understand why in the world my internet was disconnected. Try to knock out the rest of this because again, this what I'm currently doing is actually for another video for another channel for my fitness for my vlogging channel actually. So I'll finish with that, shower up, grab something to eat, back online. I literally just want to just work tonight. So after a long week of work, regular work, I've been waiting to dive back into getting it done. So hopefully we can get everything situated within the next couple of minutes. So to my smart home, everything is connected to my internet. You know what I mean? Gotta make sure you keep notes and stuff of this reference. always good documenting stuff like this. Always keep track who you talk to. First guy I spoke with was a guy named Spectrum out of San Diego. Eric. Guy named Spectrum, Eric Spectrum out of San Diego, California. Honestly, he said he had a little attitude. Just trying to get online. That's it. In the middle of a live with two different channels. Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Thank you. No, free mobile. Oh wow. No, no, sir. I'm with Metro.